Welcome to MLC TV News Hour, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the confluent state of Nigeria. I am Joshua Adinoy. The headlines. United States of America agrees to return fresh 23.4 million ABACHA loot to Nigeria. Governor Yahaya Bello approves the release of funds for the renewal of the license of Kogi State Broadcasting Corporation. Togo becomes first country to eliminate 4 NTDs. And on sport, Sunday OLISEH resigns from German club after 2 months. Now the news in detail. President Muhammadu Buhari has ordered security agents to hunt terrorists within Nigeria borders. Speaking at the Citizens Summit for National Integration, Peace and Security, organized by the Nigeria Institute of Public Relations and Partners, held in Abuja, Buhari said security agents have the mandate to hunt, pursue, and speak to terrorists in the language they understand. Represented by the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, Buhari said terrorists will be expunged from Nigeria in no distant time. He promised to successfully tackle terrorism and banditry across the country. President Buhari added that peace and security are gradually being restored to the country, following the directive on the military to crush those terrorizing the country. The federal government has signed a fresh agreement with the government of United States of America, USA, for the repatriation of over $23 million that was allegedly looted by the late former military head of state, Sani Abacha. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, represented federal government at the ceremonial signing of the Asset Return Agreement held at the Federal Ministry of Justice headquarters in Abuja, just as the U.S. government was represented by its ambassador to Nigeria, Mary Beth Leonard. Malami said the decision to return the stolen loot, which he tagged as ABACHA 5, was a product of series of negotiations and meetings between Nigeria, the U.S. Department of Justice, and the United Kingdom National Crime Agency, NCA. He said, in line with the terms of the agreement, Mr. President had already approved the fund to be utilized for the ongoing Presidential Development Infrastructural Funds, PIDF, projects namely Abuja-Kano Road, Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, and the Second Niger Bridge under the supervision of the Nigerian Sovereign Investment Authority, NSIA. Governor Yahaya Bello of Kogi State has approved the release of funds for the renewal of the license of Kogi State Broadcasting Corporation to the Nigeria Broadcasting Corporation, NBC. Director General, Kogi State Broadcasting Corporation, Ojuoila Ozovehe, stated this during the corporation's management meeting in Lokoja. Speaking on the efforts of the governor towards ensuring adequate information dissemination, Ojuoila noted that the governor has expressed readiness to give the station a new outlook for a conducive working atmosphere. The Director General, who said collective efforts of staff will enhance effective productivity, advised them to unite, focus, and be committed to duties. Ojuoila promised to ensure all-inclusive discharge of his responsibilities irrespective of ethnic and religious background, and charged the staff of the corporation to promote a good neighborliness as well as ensure togetherness in their working environment to enable them achieve common goals. Secretary of the corporation, Sylvester Atabo, promised the support of staff of the corporation and appealed to the state government to put the corporation into consideration, especially in the areas of rehabilitation and operational vehicle for the state-owned radio station. In her remarks, Director Administration Ekundayo Abimbola advised staff of the corporation who are yet to pay for their promotion letter to do so, saying the payment will end on the 24th of this month. The Director Programs, Omoya Salami, congratulated the Director General for the extension of his service by the state government and advised staff to contribute their quota to productions to enable the corporation achieve set objectives. In their various remarks, Chairperson of NUJ and Ratao, Radio Kogi Chapter, Rabi Jibo, and Isaac Duguma promised the commitment of staff to complement the efforts of the state government to achieve set objectives and charged members of the staff to maintain hierarchy in their working place. Recently, the Nigeria Broadcasting Commission, NBC, revoked the licenses of 52 broadcasting stations across the country with over 2.6 billion naira debt, which Kogi State Broadcasting Corporation was among. In a quick response, Governor Yahaya Bello approved the release of funds for the renewal of license to enable the station continue its activities. Following the directive of Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello on the demolition of shanties used for harboring criminals, the state government is planning to set up a task force to enforce the order. The state security advisor, Commander Jerry Omodara, retired, made this known in a chat with newsmen in Lokoja. Omodara said the task force, which will soon be inaugurated, will commence removal of all shanties across the state. According to the state security advisor, government has gathered enough evidence that indicate that shanties are being used by criminals to perpetrate their nefarious activities. He explained that many arrests of criminals have been made at various shanties in the state, while arms were also recovered. The security advisor noted that the decision was in best safety of the citizens of the state, saying the task force will move into action with immediate effect. Omodara called on company owners in Kogi State to support the effort of government by partnering with the State Security Trust Fund through provision of logistics such as patrol vehicle, motorcycles and others. He stated that to nip insecurity in the board, government must be decisive in dealing with issues of security, pointing out that government policy on demolition of houses used for criminal acts is still in place. The security advisor added that with the swift intervention of Governor Yahaya Bello, the insecurity upsurge in Ajaokuta local government has been brought under control. The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Kogi Enterprise Development Agency, KEDA, Rekia Onaivosani, has been appointed as the matron of Kogi Dynamic Women Group. The KEDA boss was also awarded the Elegant Women Entrepreneur of the Year 2022 for her relentless commitment to the growth and development of small and medium-scale enterprise in Kogi State. While presenting the award to her in Lokoja, the president of the group, Amina Momojimo, eulogized the KEDA boss for being a shining light. This was contained in a press statement released by the Public Relations Officer, KEDA, Yemi Balogun. Amina commended Onaivo for prioritizing women in her zeal to boosting the socio-economic status of Kogi State through her agency. According to the president of the group, the award was an acknowledgement of her exemplary competence in discharging her mandate, stressing that, in line with the policies of the Dynamic Women Group, Lokoja, it is pertinent to honor, liaise and extend hands of fellowship and developmental discussion with state government agencies, sharing similar and developmental policies with the group. The group said they specifically recognize KEDA boss' visible contribution to the small and medium-scale enterprise, which has been the primary focus and center topic of the average Kogi people. In her reaction, the KEDA boss and CEO, Rekia Onaivosani, appreciated the group for finding her worthy of the position, even as it was coming a bit earlier than expected at a time the organization is brewing up to offset its activities that will impact the economy of the state positively. She reaffirmed her commitment to ensuring that women and young girls are not left behind in terms of empowerment and capacity building as far as Kogi is concerned. The KEDA boss expressed gratitude to her boss, the executive governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, for giving her the opportunity to serve under his leadership. Less than 2 weeks after the 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew imposed by the authorities of the Karu local government area of Nasarawa State came into effect, residents, especially business owners in the area, are groaning under the escalated hardship of despondency as the curfew continues to take its toll on the socio-economic activities, resulting in low turnout on businesses. It will be recalled that in an expanded meeting with security agencies on August 9, 2022, the chairman of the local government council, James Thomas, had announced the decision to impose curfew on the area from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. daily as a precautionary measure against the plethora of security threat directed at Abuja, the Nigeria's capital and its environ, which include Karo, whose communities border the capital city. Some residents and business owners in the area who spoke with journalists, though applauded the concern and proactiveness of the chairman, but lamented the timing, explaining that 10 p.m. is way too early for those working with the private sector in Abuja city center to return home before the curfew, while 6 a.m. on the other hand is too late for those who go to work early enough to meet up while trying to beat the terrible Maraba traffic. On the social front, the usual bubble and hustle along the usual busy ABACHA road, Maraba, center of social activities and nightlife, has been grounded. Residents are lamenting that the curfew, coming at a time of unprecedented economic throe, would compound the people's harrowing experience. Most of them opined that instead of 10 p.m., the curfew had better be made to start from 12 a.m. The suspension of Barrister Joyce Odua as the Secretary General of the Nigeria Bar Association (NBA) has been nullified by a federal high court in Abuja. Odua's suspension, ratified by the National Executive Council (NEC) of the NBA, was on Tuesday void and set aside by the court on the ground that the action was an affront on the rule of law and violation of court's proceedings in the matter. Justice Ahmed Ramat Mohammed, while ruling on the application filed and argued by Ayotunde Ogunleye on behalf of the plaintiff, held that the NBA's NEC, which gave legal effect to the suspension of the plaintiff, acted in a bad faith and in total disregard to the proceedings of the court. The judge agreed with Ogunleye that the ratification done on August 24, 2022, ought not to have been carried out by the NEC in view of the pendency of a suit challenging the suspension in the first instance. Justice Mohammed also agreed with the plaintiff counsel that the purported ratification was not only an affront to the court, but a degradation of the sanctity of the judiciary, which on several occasions had been condemned by the Supreme Court of Nigeria. The judge particularly noted that the action of the NBA's NEC member was painful as they are all legal practitioners. The court thereafter fixed August 31, 2022 for hearing in a motion on notice seeking mandatory order of injunction against the defendant in the suit. We go on a short break. We'll be right back.
Get human interest stories right here on MLC TV with entertainment, sports, business, culture, tourism, and fashion news stories all featured on MLC TV. Not forgetting political and current affairs news, state and federal government and people's matters will be discussed regularly on MLC TV. MLC TV, your one-stop online destination for unbiased, accurate news, entrepreneur ideas, and youth matters to the rest of the world. MLC TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone.
Welcome back. And on the foreign scene, the World Health Organization (WHO) has acknowledged Togo as the first country to eliminate 4 neglected tropical diseases globally. The WHO made this known during its Regional Committee for Africa meeting held in Lomé. It was gathered that between 2011 and 2022, Togo has successfully eliminated guinea worm disease, elephantiasis, sleeping sickness, among others. In a statement made available by the Uniting to Combat Neglected Tropical Diseases and signed by its associate consultant, Kingsley Ochieng, it noted that as the first country acknowledged by WHO as having won its fight against 4 NTDs, Togo eliminated all 4 diseases in just 11 years. The WHO Director General, Dr. Tedros Adhanom said the elimination of the NTDs is an outstanding achievement and a gift not only for the current citizens of Togo, but for generations to come. On his part, the president of Togo, Faure Gbasingbe, said the country's victory over neglected tropical diseases was a product of dedication and commitment of all health workers at all levels in the country to preserve the health of the citizens. He added that his administration has made health a priority and was also pleased at the heart of the nation's development policies. NTDs are a group of 20 preventable and treatable diseases, but 1.7 billion people worldwide still require NTD intervention. Many NTDs disfigure and disable by preventing children from going to school and adults from being able to work. Hong Kong's gay community has suffered a fresh legal setback on Wednesday after the Court of Appeal rejected an appeal against the city's long-held denial of same-sex marriage to those who have legally wed overseas. The lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgender activists have won multiple court victories in recent years against the discrimination that is currently backed into Hong Kong's laws. But Wednesday's ruling means any lifting of the current ban on gay marriage will likely need to come via legislation and not the courts. The appeal was lodged by prominent activist Jimmy Sham, who married his Hong Kong partner in the United States in 2013 and was trying to get that partnership legally recognized in his home city. Sham is also a democracy campaigner and one of the dozens of activists in jail awaiting prosecution under a new national security law Beijing imposed on Hong Kong to snuff out dissent following large protests. 3 judges ruled Wednesday that basic law, Hong Kong's mini constitution, only prefer heterosexual marriage, which means that only heterosexual couples are entitled to recognition of their foreign marriage. If same-sex couples who married overseas were offered recognition, it would create an inherent incompatibility between them and the gay couples who cannot legally marry in Hong Kong, the judges added. The ruling can now only be overturned by Hong Kong's Court of Final Appeal, but it is not clear if Sham will continue a legal battle which has now been rejected by 2 tiers of court. Let's now join Jonah Malik for the sports update.
And on sports updates, the former Super Eagles coach announced his resignation via phone call after 2 difficult months in charge of German Regionalliga club. Sunday, OLISEH announced his resignation after German Regionalliga team SV Strehlen lost for the 5th time in as many games. Fortuna Düsseldorf defeated Strehlen 2-0 with OLISEH miffed by his players' display. The announcement of his resignation followed the result as the team scored just once in 5 league games and conceded 7 times to the expected displeasure of the former Nigerian captain. OLISEH, according to SV Strehlen sporting website, announced his resignation after the defeat on Saturday. He is believed to have placed a call through the president of the club, Hermann Tecklenburg, and announced his decision. Strehlen sporting director Kevin Woods, who has taken over the coaching duties of the team, made the announcement to the players during the Sunday's training section. And that's sports update on MLC TV News Hour. I am Malik Jonah reporting. Back to Akasta for more stories.
Thanks, Jonah, for the update. Over to Matthias Ayodeji Peter for the entertainment update.
On entertainment, talented Nigerian music producer Phantom has inked a publishing deal with UK-based record label BMG Rights Management, a flagship of the German international music company. The deal follows the impressive success Phantom, born Ayobami Olaleye, has recorded in the Nigerian music industry, where he has produced some of the biggest hits in the last couple of years. BMG officially announced his signing via their social media pages. Phantom, the incredibly talented producer behind one of Burna Boy's biggest hits, Ye, has signed a global publishing deal with BMG, the announcement post read. Phantom is the man behind Burna Boy's career-changing hit Ye, Kamido's Sugarcane, Zlatan's Bolanle, Techno Skeleton, and most recently, Fireboy's Diana. Speaking on the new deal, Phantom said, "New season unlocked, more hits coming your speakers, trust the process, getting the flowers they deserve and more this year." Phantom. The deal is set to further promote Phantom's fast-growing career and opening to more opportunities. Maven Records has announced the signing of a new singer who goes by the name Bayani. The new signing was unveiled on August 23, 2022 across the company's social media platforms. The elaborate unveiling video includes guest appearances from ace kitmakers Sabinus and Brain Jota. Bayani is a male singer-songwriter who is a product of Maven Academy. He was discovered by Maven's A&R team, who tapped him and put him through their artist development process for him to hone his skills. His debut EP, Bayani, is an introduction to his writing and melody, which he intends to use to thrill listeners and carve a niche for himself in the Nigerian music industry. He becomes the second act Maven will unveil in 2022 following the signing of Boy Spice. And that is all on entertainment today. My name is Matthias Ayodeji Peter.
Thanks for the update, Matthias. And that's the size of our package for today. Join us tomorrow at this same hour to watch our news as we give you updates on happenings within and across the globe. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Malachite TV. Like and follow our Facebook page, MLC TV, Instagram, MLC TV 2021, Twitter at MLC TV1. For your event coverage, information, contribution, advert and sponsorship, please call any of our numbers displayed on your screen. Join us Friday and Saturday to watch our special programs. It's Malachite TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. I am Joshua Adinoy. Please continue to be your brother's keeper to build a united and peaceful society together.